There are places on this earth that whisper to you. They speak a language older than words, a language of wind, water, and ancient earth. Zambia is one of those places. It doesn't shout for your attention. It doesn't need to. It simply is. A vast expanse of raw, untamed beauty. A land where the rhythm of life is dictated not by the clock, but by the rising and setting of the sun. They call it the real Africa, and you feel that truth the moment you arrive. It's a feeling that settles deep in your bones, a sense of coming home to a place you've never been. I came here seeking adventure, looking for a story to tell, but Zambia had other plans. It didn't just want to be seen, it wanted to be felt. It's a land of breathtaking contrasts, where serene floodplains can erupt into a flurry of life, and where the silence of the bush is broken by the roar of a lion. Here you find more than just landscapes. You find a connection, a profound link to the natural world and to the spirit of the people who call this magnificent country home. This isn't just a trip. It's an awakening of the senses, a journey into the very heart of what it means to be wild and free. Our journey begins where the earth itself seems to split open, at a place so powerful, so awe-inspiring, that the local Kololo people named it Mosi Oatunya. It translates to the smoke that thunders. You hear it long before you see it, a deep, resonant rumble that vibrates through the ground and up into your chest. It's the sound of the mighty Zambezi River, plunging over a cliff more than a mile wide. This is not just a waterfall. This is a force of nature, a spectacle of raw power that has carved its way through the landscape for millennia. We will stand at its edge, feeling the spray on our faces, and watch as rainbows dance in the perpetual mist. But this is only the beginning. The smoke that thunders is a gateway, an invitation to explore what lies beyond. We will follow the river that feeds it, journey deep into valleys where leopards roam, and sit with people whose smiles are as warm as the African sun. This is Zambia, a story waiting to be discovered, a land of wonder that promises to change you. So come along. Let's see what mysteries lie hidden within the thundering smoke. You won't believe what we find. Leaving the thunder of the falls behind, we find a different Zambezi. The river transforms. Downstream from the gorge, it widens and slows, becoming a serene, life-giving artery that winds through the pristine wilderness. This is the lower Zambezi, a place where the world feels ancient and untouched. We traded our helicopter for a simple canoe, wanting to experience the river at its own pace. This river is a magnet for wildlife. Herds of elephants, numbering in the dozens, come down to drink and bathe, their massive forms moving with a surprising grace. We watched as a young calf, clumsy and playful, sprayed itself with water under the watchful eye of its mother. The bird life here is simply staggering. The air is filled with vibrant color and constant motion. Carmine bee-eaters nest in colonies along the sandy cliffs, their bright plumage a flash of crimson against the brown earth. As dusk settles, the river takes on a magical quality. We pulled our canoes onto a sandy island to watch the sunset. The sky exploded into a masterpiece of orange, purple, and gold, its reflection painting the water in brilliant strokes. In that moment, surrounded by the untamed beauty of the lower Zambezi, you feel a peace that is hard to find in the modern world. But this tranquility hides a wilder side. Deep in the bush that lines this river is a place famous for its predators, a valley where the masters of stealth reign. They call South Luanga the Valley of the Leopard, and it's a name that is well earned. This remote and rugged park, carved by the winding Luangwa River, has one of the densest leopard populations in all of Africa. Coming here is a pilgrimage for those who wish to see this elusive and beautiful cat. But finding one is never guaranteed. It requires patience, a skilled guide, and a little bit of luck. Our guide, a man named Joseph who has spent his life in this valley, knew the signs. A nervous herd of impala, the sharp alarm call of a squirrel, a faint track in the dust. These were the clues. Then Joseph stopped the vehicle and pointed. "There," he whispered. And there it was. Draped effortlessly over a thick branch, almost invisible, was a female leopard. Her rosette-patterned coat was a masterpiece of camouflage, blending perfectly with the bark and leaves. She was the embodiment of feline grace and power. As darkness fell, the valley transformed. This is when South Luangwa truly comes alive, and it's one of the few parks in Africa that allows night drives. With a spotlight, a whole new cast of characters emerged from the shadows. We heard the whoop of a hyena in the distance and saw a pride of lions on the move, their powerful forms slinking through the tall grass. The night drive was a thrilling glimpse into the secret life of the bush, a reminder that even when we sleep, the circle of life continues. There is nothing that prepares you for the sheer presence of an African elephant. They are more than just animals. They feel like ancient, sentient beings, carrying the wisdom of generations in their deep, wrinkled eyes. In Zambia, you don't just see elephants from a distance. You have the chance to coexist with them, to walk in their world. We joined a walking safari, a uniquely Zambian experience that strips away the noise and barrier of a vehicle. We watched them for what felt like hours. They drank, sprayed mud on their backs to cool down, and communicated with deep stomach rumbles that we could feel vibrating through the ground. One young bull, full of curiosity, separated from the herd and began to wander in our direction. Our guide stood his ground, calm and steady. The elephant stopped, flapped its enormous ears, and gave a soft snort, assessing us. After a long moment, it turned and ambled back to its family. It was a silent negotiation, a moment of mutual respect between man and beast. That night, back at our unfenced camp, the elephants paid us a visit. There was no fear, only a sense of awe. This is the magic of a Zambian safari. It's not about chasing animals in a truck. It's about immersion. It's about understanding that we are visitors in their home. To truly know a country, you must meet its people. The warmth and resilience of the Zambian people are as much a part of the landscape as the Victoria Falls or the Luangwa River. We were invited into the home of a village elder, a woman named Grace, whose face was a beautiful map of a life well lived. She shared stories of her ancestors, of the traditions and ceremonies that have been passed down through generations. The village is a living, breathing community. We learned that the concept of Ubuntu is central to their culture, the belief that I am because we are. It's a philosophy of interconnectedness and shared humanity. As the day ended, the entire village gathered under a large baobab tree. The children began to sing, their voices pure and clear, and soon the adults joined in, their harmonies weaving a rich tapestry of sound. A few men started playing drums, and soon people were dancing. It wasn't a performance for us. It was a genuine expression of joy and community. We were invited to join in, clapping and trying to follow the complex rhythms. In that moment, we were not tourists. We were part of the village. This connection, this human warmth, is the real treasure of Zambia. And with new friends comes the chance to share a meal. You can learn a lot about a culture through its food. Zambian cuisine is simple, hearty, and deeply connected to the earth. It is a celebration of local ingredients, of flavors that have nourished its people for centuries. The cornerstone of every meal is nshima, a thick porridge made from maize flour. It's more than just food, it's a cultural symbol. It's served with almost every meal and you eat it with your hands. That evening, we were treated to a traditional Zambian feast. Alongside a large mound of perfectly cooked nshima, there was a variety of relishes. There was ifisashi, a delicious dish of greens cooked in a creamy peanut sauce. Sharing this meal, passing the bowls of relish and breaking off pieces of nshima together felt like the ultimate act of communion. It was a meal that told a story of the land, of resourcefulness, and of community. The flavors of Zambia are honest and unpretentious, much like its people. But our journey isn't over. There is still more wilderness to explore, a vast and wild park that few travelers ever get to see. If South Luangwa is the famous star, then Kafue National Park is the sleeping giant. It is one of the largest national parks in all of Africa, a sprawling, diverse wilderness that remains wonderfully wild and blissfully uncrowded. Our destination was the legendary Busanga Plains, a vast floodplain that becomes a sea of grass, attracting huge herds of herbivores. Thousands of red lechwe and puku graze on the nutrient-rich grasses, their herds stretching as far as the eye can see. This abundance of prey supports a healthy population of predators. Kafue is one of the best places in Africa to see cheetahs, and its lions are famous for their unique tree-climbing behavior. But perhaps the greatest luxury of Kafue is the solitude. For days, we explored this immense park and rarely saw another vehicle. It was just us, the wilderness, and the animals. We would stop for a sundowner drink on the plains and watch as the sky turned fiery red, with no other human soul in sight. It's a profound feeling of being truly away from it all. Kafue doesn't give up its secrets easily, but for those who make the journey, the rewards are immeasurable. Our final destination is one of the most extraordinary wetlands in the world, the Bangulu Swamps. The name means where the water meets the sky, and it is a perfectly fitting description. This is not a typical safari destination. It is a vast, community-owned protected area, a maze of marshes, lagoons, and flooded grasslands that feels like another planet. This unique environment is home to an equally unique creature, a bird that seems to be a relic from a prehistoric age. We came here seeking the shoebill. With its massive clog-shaped bill, slate-gray plumage, and intense unblinking stare, the shoebill is one of the most sought-after birds for any wildlife enthusiast. The Bangulu Swamps are also home to another incredible wildlife spectacle, vast herds of black lechwe. These semi-aquatic antelope are perfectly adapted to this wetland environment, and their population here numbers in the tens of thousands. Seeing them move through the flooded plains, leaping and splashing through the water, is a sight of pure, unadulterated wilderness. Bangulu is a testament to the power of community conservation, a place where people and wildlife coexist in a delicate balance. We have journeyed from the thundering smoke of Victoria Falls to the silent, watchful gaze of a leopard in the Luanga Valley. We have paddled the lifeblood of the Zambzi, walked with giants in the bush, and shared laughter in a village that welcomed us as family. Zambia is not a country you can simply see. It's a country you must experience with all your senses. It seeps into your soul and leaves an indelible mark. It is a land of profound beauty and humbling truths. The real magic of Zambia lies in these connections. The connection to the wilderness, to the animals, and most importantly, to the warm, smiling people who are the true heart of this nation. Our journey through this incredible country has come to an end, but the memories and the lessons will last a lifetime. Zambia has a way of calling you back. The world is full of such places, places with stories waiting to be told, places that can change the way you see everything. The question is, where should we go next? What corner of this beautiful planet holds the stories you want to hear? I invite you to be part of our next adventure. Let us know in the comments below which country you'd like us to explore. If this journey through Zambia has moved you, if it has sparked a sense of wonder, please give this video a like, share it with someone who dreams of adventure, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss where we're headed next. Until then, keep exploring.